Hello. This isn't a very flattering angle. That's better, isn't it? Hello and welcome back to Holistic Healing by Tiamat. Today I thought I would do a full moon in Virgo guidance video for you. So, first of all, I would like to do a little introduction into what these energies may be bringing up. As this is a full moon, these may be bringing up heightened emotional states. Gosh, one moment. I didn't know that was going to be in the background. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, this is going to be a time where your emotions may definitely be feeling heightened and you may be feeling very anxious as well. These are all very natural things. These are all things that are going to be because of this full moon period, because the full moon period has a pull on our water. So within our own bodies we are going to be having heightened emotions because of the pull on our own water. So with that being said, I was going to play some music in here, but instead I'm probably just going to link it down below now because I haven't basically I'll tell you a story now instead of linking the music, which isn't going to be as fun or as interesting, but basically this is all because of the full moon and Virgo energies. I already recorded this earlier. I already broadcasted this and I spent 2 hours on this, and hopefully I won't spend as long on this time. Sorry, no offense, but yeah, hopefully I'll get it out a lot quicker. But anyway, as I was saying, basically I recorded it all and then my phone died at Sagittarius, so basically at the end. So yeah, and yeah, that's where the thumbnail was taken when I actually recorded it originally. So anyway, with that being said, let's get into today's energy reading. So first of all, I have planned out a guided meditation. So let's go straight into the guided meditation. Clear your energy now, and when you are ready, take a deep breath in for 4. Now out. And hold. Now in. Now out. Now hold. Now in. Now out. Now hold. Now let your breath return to normal. As you do this, close your eyes. Now I want you to imagine that your feet are in warm sand. As you feel yourself starting to drift now into the waves that are crashing around the rocks that are nearby, I want you to just completely feel yourself sinking downwards into complete relaxation. I want you to focus now on the shoreline. I want you to focus on the stones. What can you see? What colours are these stones? Are there any shells? Perhaps there are some crabs or some type of life form. Maybe even some jellyfish drifting up on the shore. You might even see some brown, black and green sea moss, seaweed and kelp. Allow yourself now to just expand your awareness as you see anything that your mind's eye wants to create. Now bring your attention to the horizon line. As you see the sun setting, feel the night air draw in. As you bring your attention now to the glowing moon in the skyline illuminating the sky, take a deep breath in. Now I want you to set one intention to manifest on this full moon. As you clear your mind, I want you to really bathe in this glowing light, knowing that you have set the purest intention and that this will be manifesting within your life. Just really now start to bathe in this light. As you know now that you have secured this manifestation, relax a little deeper. Take a moment just to bask in the glory of your own magnificence. Knowing now that you are majestic in all that you do, now start to bring your awareness back to your body. As you absorb this energy throughout your present bodily functions, really feeling yourself start to awaken to this new energy. I want you to imagine that this energy is starting to spread out now all the way from your toes up to your head and into the world around you, spreading out into your home, cleansing and purifying your home. Now I want you to start to bring your awareness fully to the room around you, noticing any changes that have occurred, noticing any things that have changed within your life and within your reality. So this full moon is actually in Virgo. So what this means is this is going to be a time that you are cleansing, although this is now over kind of, well, we're still in the peak of it really, I guess, but although by the time you may be watching this it may be starting to wane, it still is going to apply. And so you are going to find that throughout the next few days that these energies are still leaving you. So anyway, as we are also heading towards Ostara, this is going to be a great time for you to clean. Although I know Ostara is not actually associated with cleaning as in bulk is, but it is going to be, especially because of the full moon in Virgo, this is going to actually be a great time for you to cleanse your home, to really focus on the areas where you need to deeply clean your home, and to really actually focus on starting to get a routine in cleaning your home as well. This is also going to be a great time for you to focus on getting more of a routine in general. This is also going to be a really amazing time for you to make sure that you are focusing on building your healthy eating and your fitness routine and regime, because that is going to help you to get into a better pattern as you are heading into the next few days, because you are going to find that the energy that this is going to be, again, also I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this is going to be the only full moon in Virgo that we are having this year. So this is going to be a particularly important time for you to make sure that you are really grounding yourself, and to make sure that you are actually spending time humbling yourself and really expanding yourself, as well as focusing on your present moment, because this 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 energy may be affecting you in a way that you are actually feeling very self-critical, because Virgo is associated with Virgo energy is often associated with being very self critical, being very anxious as well, and also nitpicking yourself. And because of this, you may feel unsure of yourself. You may feel like you are being criticized by other people. This isn't necessarily the case, but this is just your heightened sensitivity. And so, this is going to be a time where you are feeling like you are actually going to need to make sure that you are purifying your energy so that you can actually communicate with other people in a way that is positive and is bringing you more harmony rather than any kind of instability. So, it may also, because of the our natural instincts being triggered, this may be triggering our animalistic instincts, which may make us feel like we are in a heightened level of aggression and anxiety, or for some of us, we may feel very euphoric. But because of this energy being in Virgo, you may feel like you are really wanting to be in service to other people. However, it is really important to make sure that you are looking after yourself, because, especially as well with the Chiron being in Aries, this is going to be a time that you are feeling like you really want to not focus on yourself and not connect with your highest self, not connect with your guides, not meditate, and to really get out of um your own balance, because you are going to be feeling called to focus on helping other people, and you're possibly going to end up in their energy. And so, yeah, you need to make sure that you are actually pulling your energy back and focusing on yourself. This again is going to help you to build up a healthy routine for yourself. And again, the more that you help yourself, the more that you can then help other people. And Again, because this is in Virgo, this is going to be a important time for you to connect with your higher self, to create a more harmonic path for your future. So you may not actually necessarily be in your highest self at the moment. You may actually be finding that you are operating from a place of your lowest self, and this isn't a negative thing. This means that you are just more simply more grounded, and so you are going to find that it is really important during this time to again set a routine and to really use your own discernment about where it is that you can increase your own hygiene levels and particular areas within your own home and your own space that you can focus on. This is actually going to be um, opposing the sun in Pisces. So, this is going to be a time where we are feeling very grounded but very heightened intuitively. So we are going to be finding that we are having a lot of expansion to our consciousness and to our psychic gifts, especially as Jupiter is in Pisces. So we are going to be finding that this is a time where we are having a lot of psychic downloads and a lot of hints that we are able to process and go through within the next few days and weeks. And for that reason, a lot of a lot of things that we are thinking are possibly synchronicities are actually going to be our manifestations playing out within our lives. So we are going to be finding a lot of the things that we have been asking for, or a lot of the things that we have been thinking about, a lot of the things that we have been focusing on are actually manifesting within our physical reality. And this is because we are manifesting them. So it is important to make sure that we are again getting in touch with our highest self, because otherwise we will fall into a more lower vibration and we may start to manifest our worries and our fears rather than our hopes and our dreams. So it is important to actually make sure that you are purifying your energy throughout this time, of course. But again, it is really going to be a important time to clean your home and to pick up pick up on our own diet and our own health, drinking more water and drinking more healthy teas and eating more whole foods as well. It's definitely going to be important to make sure that we are eating better throughout this time. It's also going to be a time because, of course, again, as I mentioned earlier, with this energy being a time where we are overextending ourselves a little bit, we are also going to be finding that we are over available to many people. So it is going to be an important time to set healthy boundaries. It's going to be an important time to make sure that we are actually enforcing those boundaries and sticking with them as well. So if you say that you are going to do something, then following through with it. And if you say that you are going to connect with someone, then connecting with them. But if you say that perhaps you want to limit the communication to 2 hours instead of 3 hours with this person, perhaps if you were going to spend 2 hours with this person, or whatever it is for you, take it however it resonates. But it's important to make sure that you are actually setting these boundaries, because these are going to be helping you to really focus on your own health and vitality. So, yes, this is also, I didn't mention, but this is going to be in the sign of Virgo. Well, I did mention that, but this is also going to be a worm moon. So, because of this is the first moon in spring, so everything's starting to move, everything's starting to get going, and it's going to be a time of heightened fertility within the world. So, what this means that everything is going to be more productive, and the vibration on Earth is going to be raising. So, the Schumann resonancy has been raising, of course, because we are stepping into spring and we are now heading into warmer parts of the year in the northern hemisphere. So the vibration on Earth is raising accordingly, and also as the northern hemisphere is going through their winter, they are finding that they are also going through a raise in their vibration because they are in the midst of their equinox, so they are going through their 12-12 cycles. So this is going to be an important time for them to make sure that they are harvesting, because as the full moon is in Virgo, this again is going to be um, so it's not necessarily going to be a time for harvesting physical goods. It is actually going to be a time for harvesting your previous physical manifestations. So these are going to be things that you are calling into your reality, things that you are grounding into your reality that you have previously created in your life. So, with that being said, I would now like to go into what this is going to mean for the collective energy, such as what this is going to mean for your relationships, health, career, housing, family. I think I mentioned it all, but yep, sure someone will comment if I didn't. Um, but yeah, just all of the important things in life, really. So this again is going to be an important time when it comes to your connections with your family and your friends, because this is going to be an important time for really bonding with people, because these bonds that you are creating now are potentially going to be bonds that are lasting in your life, or bonds that are important, bonds that are going to be significant for you. Also, this is going to be because as Pluto has been in its return phase in Capricorn. This is as it's it's now coming to a full completion. This is going to be a time for you to really notice the things that you have been shifting and moving within your life. These are going to be things that you are actually seeing in your physical reality. And because of this, you may be finding that there is one person particularly who you are feeling called to actually share these plans with, and this is going to actually immensely help you. So this is going to really help you to feel like you can trust in someone else as well, and this is going to help you to connect with other people. Also, again, because the sun is opposing the moon, this is going to be a time that you are actually finding that you are potentially going to be reassessing your work life. So, you are going to be thinking about maybe going for a career that is focusing on your skills and your talents, rather than a career that is just to get you by, to pay the bills, because you're going to notice that within this full moon in Virgo energy that you are actually able to choose your own career path, because you're going to know that you are able to choose whatever it is that you want to create, rather than just being being feeling like you are stuck or tied to a certain or specific job. So because of this, you are going to find that you are able to perhaps change career or move into a new house. And again, this is going to be an important time for you to focus on your own self and your own self-care, because of the things that are changing within your life, and the need for you to help your yourself throughout the times that you are going through, because things have been difficult. So it is important to make sure that you are loving and nurturing yourself, as well as loving and nurturing other people, because this is going to be a time where you are, again, as well, because of Mars and Venus also switching, but moving now into Aquarius. This is going to be a time where we are feeling Mars ruling our passions and Venus ruling our love. These are going to be times where we are really feeling, and Aquarius ruling humanitarianism. These are going to be times where we are feeling like we are able to help other people, and we are being called to help other people. So, because of this, we are going to know that self care is actually essential. So, it's actually going to be the times that we are being critical of ourselves, because this is connected to the Virgo energy. We are going to find that this is actually helpful. So perhaps there are things that we want to change within ourselves that we are actually able to take the steps to change. And because of this, this is again going to be all about cleaning up your act and making sure that you are using that critical energy for positivity, because this can be a time where you are finding that you are falling into negative mental health or eating disorders or depression, because Virgo energy can also be attached to those things as well. So it is important to make sure that you are loving yourself and loving other people, not being too critical of other people, and making sure that you are focusing on are productive and healthy, because this time is all about being healthy rather than being being in your lower self. So again, you may be called to invest time into helping other people, and because of this, you may find that you are feeling drained, you may find that you are feeling very tired, you may find that you are feeling worn out, and so it is important to make sure that you are engaging in self care and keeping your mind open and listening to your guides, listening to your angels and any extraterrestrials that want to come through. I know many of you don't believe in those, but anyway, it is going to be a time for you to connect with your spirit team, whoever that may look like to you. Also, because the black moon Lilith is squaring the sun and the moon, this is going to be a time where our shadow side is making us feel very anxious. This is going to be a time where we are feeling like we are potentially being caught up in, again, our lower selves, and we may be finding that we are being overly critical of ourselves in a unhealthy way, rather than loving ourselves and putting that energy into our positive manifestations, because that's what this energy is all really about. It's about making sure that we are manifesting things positively. So, again, I think I may have said this, but you may notice that you are finding synchronicity within your life, but this is actually because you are raising your consciousness and you are grounding yourself within your your new earth. And because of this, you may find that a lot of anxiety is coming up because things are changing, and this is going to be a time for you to make sure that you are trying to keep communication light with other people, but you are going to have to make sure that you are actually communicating with other people and letting them know how you are feeling. Maybe you may have to be a little bit jovial with them and make sure that you are being a little playful. So perhaps you may feel like saying like to someone, oh, I'm not really feeling like um I don't know. What's an example? Um oh, you know me. I'm gonna have to cancel again. You know what I mean. If you feel like you're letting someone down and you are 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 feeling bad, then you are maybe wanting to perhaps be more playful about it and say like I'm really like rather than just always saying oh I'm really sorry, I'm not feeling great, you maybe just want to say haha, it's just a me thing, you have to call my name late again or something. I don't know, that was such a poor joke. I'm so tired right now. Honestly, I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. Oosh. And now you can actually see, now that I've done this, the camera's like, yeah, you can see how dodgy she looks. So I'm probably going to finish this before I do the zodiac predictions. Be honest with you because I'm tired and I'm gonna go to sleep. Need rest. And as this energy is really important for us to make sure that we are setting healthy boundaries, then that is what I will do. But I will leave a link to a horoscope. So, I also wanted, before I go, to talk about actually a vision that I had within some meditation that I was doing. So, I was actually the other day. I know it sounds a little bit strange, but I was worried about it being the end of the world, and I started seeing red sand coming, red sandy water basically coming, drifting down my window. And so I was I was panicking a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but instead of focusing on the pardon me, instead of focusing on the darkness that was going on outside, instead of focusing on the horrible times that were going on, I decided to focus on the flowers. And I decided to there were flowers in front of my window, and I decided to just really put my focus onto the flowers and to allow myself to let the positivity grow rather than focusing on the negativity. And since then, I have noticed that I have a lot of synchronicities and I have had a lot of good things and a lot of positive times manifesting within my life. So, I just find that, yeah, this is an important time to spend time with our family because this is going to help us to bring clarity and strength. And while we are going through times where we are, like in my story, changing our own perspective and looking into things with finer detail, we may find that we are finding we are feeling, sorry, more unstable, and this is going to make us feel like we are needing to connect with those who are around us. So I myself today, I was going to film this video on the beach this evening, but I decided that I wanted to spend more time with my family because I feel like if I would have spent time recording on the beach, that I wouldn't have gotten to spend time with my family members. And I do feel like it is really important for us to spend time with our loved ones, because the more time that we spend with our loved ones, the more time that we will be able to cherish within our hearts, and the more time that we will be able to create more positive moments because of the love that we have got within our hearts. So, because of this is going to be a time where we are. I feel like the overall take home from this is that although we may be finding that we are wanting to manifest things within our lives, we are needing to focus on the things that we have already got within our lives, because if we try to call a lot of things into our lives before we are ready to deal with them, then we are not going to be able to actually be sane. We're not going to be able to actually um, manage them, and we're not going to be able to practically go through our day-to-day motions, because we're going to find that we are overloaded. So because of this, we are going to find that it is important to really just deal with the things that we have got: our family, our friends, our our, our career, and perhaps even if you are changing your career, it is going to be an important time to make sure that you are really settling yourself in and grounding yourself, because even if you don't necessarily resonate as someone who wants to spend time with your family, you are going to be finding that this is actually where you are needing to call your attention to, because the people that love you and the people that care about you want to see you doing the best. Although when you come at things from a lower 3D perspective, you may find that you are caught up in arguments, conflicts, and chaos, and you may even find that you are faced with jealousy. It is important to make sure that you are actually spending time with those people that you love, because at the end of the day, you only get one life, and you only have the opportunity once in a lifetime to love the people who you have around you, and also to love yourself. So that is also really important, to make sure that you are really loving yourself as well. Also, one last thing, sorry, it's like also. It's important to make sure that you know that you are incredibly strong, because of the things that you have gotten through within the last few days, within the last few weeks, within the last few months. It is important to know that you are actually doing really well, and even if no one has told you recently, you are doing really well. So I'm proud of you. Even if no one else has told you that they are, I'm proud of you. So thank you very much for watching, and that is everything today. Please let me know if it did resonate down below. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. and I will see you next time. I do have some other things that I want to do, so I am probably going to do something a little bit different but similar, because I didn't get to finish the end of this today because of everything that had happened at the beginning, and I'm just so tired. I am literally, you can see my dark circles that are coming under my eyes. So I'm going to go now, and thank you very much for watching. But yeah, I will see you next time, and I will let me know how things went as well for you for this Virgo energy. Thank you very much. Namaste. See you next time.